Papercrafting. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the UK. I don't know if anybody's watching. I think it says one person waiting. So if you're there, perhaps you would just drop a comment in the box and then I know that I can be seen and heard. So today I've been having a play around with a few things. Recorded a video this morning, so there were a couple of things on my desk I was looking at, but this is actually something I wasn't looking at. So I haven't used the watercolor shapes stamp set for a while, and you know, I'm kind of keep thinking I really need to get these old ones out again and play with them more. As new things come in, I start to play with those. So that's my first choice, and I'm going to go with this little tiny square stamp. And then to put with it, I've chosen Cottage Rose, and I kind of thought I might do a sort of kind of silhouette look if it works out. Oh, hello Cindy. Hiya, thanks for coming along. You're up early again today. Lovely to have you. So I've just been sorting out some clothes for my suitcase. You'll be very pleased to know that I've actually got the case open on the sofa in my craft room here, so it's all ready to go, and I've got a few things in there, but I'm not going to proper pack until, oh, I don't know, maybe tomorrow night or even Monday morning. Hi Levine, lovely to see you. Glad you could come along. So I was just saying, Levine, I'm going to have a play with the watercolour shapes and Cottage Rose today. So let's see. Oh, hello, Anne. Nice to see you. I was really late getting the link out today because, I did start the video. Well, I set it all up and then I accidentally pressed live before I was ready. So that was a disaster. But anyway, I'm here now. So let's get started, shall we? So I'm going to start with a square card, and I've done, you've got a bedroom to get ready. Oh, bless you, Cindy. Don't worry, you know, I'm always, you know, I can always like pitch in when I get there. Okay, so my card is 5 3/4 inches square, and I've done a little bit of prep by drawing a square in the middle. Oh, Lisa's here. Hi, Lisa. Thank you so much for coming along. I know how late it is for you there. So we've got Cindy. It's early for Cindy in the States and it's late for Lisa in Australia. So funny. Okay, so yeah, in the middle, I've drawn a 2 3/4 inch square. Now that's because I'm going to be using this smallest square stamp from the watercolor shapes, and it's about 3/4 inch square. So I was hoping to get these stamped in a nice contained area. Now I'm not going to go really daft and measure really carefully in between each square, but I just thought if I had that to start with, they should end up, you know, roughly symmetrical. I'm not going to get upset if they're not bang on. So I'm starting with polished pink. Lisa says she misses me. I know, I'm so sorry. I don't manage to get on to chat much these days. I've been very busy work-wise. So I'm going to start off by stamping up in this. If I do it this way around, I can see better at the bottom here. So if I stamp one in this corner and one in that corner, and then one hopefully kind of halfway between. It's a little bit out, but you know what? It doesn't matter. It's okay. I'm not going to beat myself up about it. It's not because I haven't stamped properly. These are what they call distinctive stamps, which means they deliberately stamp with some ink heavier than others, like this, to give a different sort of dimensional look. So I'm just going to wipe that with my Simply Chamois to get the ink off. And then I'm going to go for balmy blue. And I'm going to do the same again. I'll try and get this one more central. There we go. I think I've done exactly the same again, haven't I? I must favour my right hand side. I don't know about you, but I think that looks a bit like a postage stamp at the moment, or a little row of postage stamps. So what's everyone been doing then? Oh, nice holiday nails, says Anne. Yeah, all ready for the off tomorrow. Oh, not very good, is it? Yeah, so it's got the gold leaves on it. Okay, so the third colour is going to be Highland Heather. And I'm going to go in the middle. So as I say, you know, I know this isn't spot on, but honestly, it doesn't really matter. I just wanted the blocks of colour to be, you know, central-ish. Okay, so now I'm going to take my eraser and just rub out that line. So just go around. It's one of those things that probably by the time you finish the card, you don't even notice that line. But I'd rather rub it out now than risk smudging the black ink I'm going to use in a minute. Okay, so there we are. And I did some little pencil marks at the sides as well, but I thought I'd rub those out. Just one there. Okay, so that's got rid of our guidelines. Any faint line you won't notice later. So then with the Cottage Rose, I'm going to use the large stamp there and the leaf here. So here's the large one, and I'm using the basic black stamp pad. Oh, Hills, you're showing off. Hills is in Spain. Oh, wow, I never expected you to make it. Thank you. Oh, thanks very much for making the effort. I really appreciate that. So how warm is it there? So I'm coming in with the Cottage Rose stamp, and I'm going to bring it into the top half of my design, going off a little at the top and sides here, just making sure that that black ink takes to the cardstock. San Miguel was a long time since I had one of those, but yeah, I did enjoy those myself. So then with the spray of leaves, I'm going to come in at an angle like so. And again down there. Okay. And then I want to just give this a little bit of interest around the outside. So I'm just bringing in another leaf there. And I thought maybe a bit of that flower in the top right. So just to bring in that colour again. Now looking at it, I'm wondering whether to dust around the corners or not. So it's going to go on the Highland Heather cardstock like so. Now, do you think that looks nice as it is, just the white against the Highland Heather? Or do you think this would benefit from a little bit of colouring just around the outsides? Let me know what you think. Oh, Hilary says she's not staying too. It's hot. She's not going to stay. Yeah, Lisa, San Miguel and hot weather. Yeah, I must admit, I can do without the hot weather, but you know, I wouldn't mind a San Miguel. So I could come in with a little bit of what did I call it? This one, polished pink, around the outsides. Let's give it a go. Let's give it a go. Come on. Let's go mad. Since Hilary's here and she likes pink, we're going to do this for Hills. So where's my pink brush? Oh, it's a big one. I've just dropped one on the floor. Tough call. Okay, so just load up my brush. Take the large amount off and just come in. I'm not really going to shade it a lot. I'm just defining the edge. It kind of like gives it just a little something something. So Cindy, what have you got planned for Tuesday for my first day? Remembering that I'm going to be pretty knackered after my flight. But, you know, I'm up for something. Okay, so yeah, I think I do like that little bit of added colour there. So the other thing I'm going to do is run this through an embossing folder. Now, my problem with embossing folders is a lot of the Stampin' Up ones are only 6x4, and as most of you know, I don't make smaller cards. So if I buy them, I tend to buy the 6x6, which this is. And I've forgotten what it's called, but I think it was Parisian something or other. And it is, I'm afraid, retired, but I've got to go ahead and use these things. And the thing is, this sort of really shows you two things. One, if you like something, get it before it retires. And two, all our stuff, all Stampin' Up products fit with each other. They all match with each other. So you can use, you know, anything from one set to another. They all match. They've all got the same sizes. It's great. So, Tuesday, I'm going to go supermarket. Yeah, that's okay. There's a few bits I want to get in the supermarket. And Dollar Tree. Oh, Cindy knows how much I just love the dollar store, the Dollar Tree, or the dollar shops. I love it. We have great fun in there, don't we, Cindy? Okay, so this has worked beautifully. I'm so glad I chose this embossing folder. So if I bring that up nearer the camera, you can see how beautifully that's embossed. I just love that. Yeah, and I'm glad I did add that little bit around the edge. So all that remains for this particular card is to mount it onto, I don't know why, I don't know why I put that inside then. That was a bit silly, wasn't it? So let's go with the Tombow. I'm never quite sure whether to use liquid glue or tear and tape when I use an embossing folder. I think there's pros and cons for each. Right, let's just check and see how this is coming out. Yeah, that's quite healthy. I was late to the party buying this particular embossing folder, and I think I bought it not long before our new annual catalogue was released, not realising that this would be retiring, and so I didn't you know, get much chance to use it while it was still available. So I'm just, you know, I'm just going to have to use it now. So when you've used an embossing folder, you do have to make sure that you put plenty of glue around the outside and really make sure you press down to make sure that the glue does go onto the areas that are going to be in contact with your card. Hello Shirley, thank you very much for coming along. Okay, so that's my finished card. That's the one I had in mind for today, and that's all come together very, very quickly. So I thought maybe I'll do a second one along the same lines, but we'll see what's what. We could actually add something to this, couldn't we? Let's have a look. I have got the lovely, can't remember what these are called. I can never remember what they're called. They're sequins anyway. I could go with pink and blue. These don't have an actual colour, an actual Stampin' Up colour. It's pinks, blues, and I've got greens as well. So I think they're just a mixture of all the colours that we use. So all I'm going to do is put a few dots of glue around like that and just sprinkle some of these on and let them just find somewhere, rather than me saying, oh, it's going here and it's going there. I always think it's quite fun to let things happen. So I didn't quite think that was going to happen though. So that's a few at the top there, and we'll go for a few at the bottom. Oh, I don't think I've opened this one yet. These really are lovely, these sequins. They're a mixture of all different shapes, sizes and colours. There's a bit of gold, bit of white, bit of blue, there's pearl, there's all sorts in here. It's a really good mixture, and they were very, very good value too. So that's the finished card with the sparkle on. I'm trying to bring it up to show you. Maybe if I hold it under that light you'll see the sparkle, maybe not. Here we are, you can see that there. That's lovely. Yeah, I'm liking that. Very simple, but very, very effective. So let's have a go with another stamp set. I'm just going to try and pick up these little bits. Here we go. Has anyone else been stamping today? card making in any way. Okay, so let's grab another piece of white cardstock. So there's a piece of basic white. Let's have a look. Let's try the big one. Supposing we'll do something similar, but not the same. We could go 1, 2, 3 maybe. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to mess about thinking about it. Sometimes I overthink. If I just kind of go for the first thing I think of, it usually works. So let's go with the polished pink again. So I'm looking forward to when I go over to stay with Cindy. I'm hoping that I can rifle through her stamp sets, find something completely different, things that I don't normally use, and have a go at making, you know, doing something different. It's always good to try something that you wouldn't normally choose yourself. I think you'll surprise yourself then. So let's clean that off. And while I'm on the subject, Cindy would like to do a live with me, but we're certainly not going to be doing it at 2:30 on a Saturday afternoon, because that's just a bit too early for us to be going live. It wouldn't work for me, I know, because it's 8:30 in the morning there. So we might, I think our Saturday's a little bit busy, so we might come on a Sunday instead, and it might be something like 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon here, but we're going to play it by ear and let you know. So I'm using, actually, do you know what? I think I'll just change that one up. Instead of Balmy Blue, I think we're going to use Pool Party. Because I've just had a thought about, I don't want to use the Highland Heather again for the cardstock. I'd like to change up the base. And I know I've got Pool Party, but I don't have Balmy Blue. So let's do this in Pool Party. Here we go. And then we'll go with Highland Heather in the middle again. That comes out quite green, actually. Oh, Anne's still looking for her Christmas cards. Yeah, that is the trouble when you make things ahead of time, isn't it? You know, I could suggest loads of places, Anne, but, you know, your little hidey holes would be different places to mine. Okay, so we put the Highland Heather right in the middle, crossing the two over. There we go. Right. When I stamp with the colours, I always think, oh no, it's too dark. I wasn't wanting that. But the colours do fade a little after they've been stamped. I've got a little Ester smudge here, so we're going to ignore that and hope it doesn't notice later. Oh, actually, I've just had an idea of how we might deal with that. The stamp set I was playing with this morning, where is it? Oh yeah, it's this one, Uniquely Artistic. And I just thought, as it's out on my bench, I could have a go with this one. So I'm going to use the black again, still going with the silhouette theme. Trouble is, Anne, you've put them in a really safe place. It's so safe that even you can't find them. And I do it myself all the time. So I'm going to come off the colours a little bit at the side here, but make sure I'm on at the bottom. Oh yes, I'm loving that. And we'll do the same here. Yeah. And I haven't thought about this before, but I wonder if we put this in the center, or whether it might be too much, might be too big. What do you think? Yeah, I'm going to go for it. You don't know till you try, do you? You don't know till you try. Oh, sorry about that. Oh no, Anne, I hope not. Oh, she would have, surely, if they were in those boxes, she would have told you. No, I think you've slipped them in to a drawer somewhere. Or, you know, in with some Christmas supplies. I'm hoping you haven't put them in. I don't think you'd have put them in a box of card. I really don't. Okay, so I'm just going to clean those off quickly, because the black does tend to stain the stamp if you don't take it off quickly. And I will just do the same with these stamps as well. Hi, Jan. That's lovely to see you along too. So Jan's another fellow in the States. So we've got my friend Cindy on at the moment, Jan, she's near Dallas in McKinney. So I know we're doing something this time next Saturday. Cindy, can you remind me what it is? Is it the stamp camp, or am I getting ahead of myself? I know we're doing something next Saturday. Okay, so I think I'm going to put some dottage on this one. Let's have a look, see where I can find some dottage. I always go for the Forever Fern dottage because I can never remember where else there's dottage. Oh, there's some here on Merriest Moments. Here we are. A bit of dottage often livens things up. And I think we'll do that in black as well. And it'll also cover up this smudge. I'm just going to do it a bit lighter in and amongst the stamping here. Yeah, always just adds a little something something. Oh, Jan, it would be lovely to meet you. I really love to spend some time with you. It would be great, but just too far, isn't it? I don't know how far, but I know it's a long way. So looking on my screen, this in the middle looks very dark. You can't see that. So I'm hoping if I bring it up to the camera, you can see it does show up quite well. And again, as I say, the colours in the background will fade once they're dried out. Now, I've got some pool party card here, and I can pop that on like so. And I'm just wondering, I don't know if I've got any black cardstock, because I think a black layer, tiny black border there might help, mightn't it? I bet I haven't got any black card though. I'm just going to have a quick look and see if I have. Oh, I've got something here, but I'm not sure. Oh, I have. That was a surprise. I really didn't think I had that. So let's just cut some black card. I think what I'll do, I'm going to cut this down a tiny bit all the way round. Just talk amongst yourselves for a minute. So just take a little bit more off this side. Yeah, so let's just measure this. So Anne says black would be perfect. Yeah, I think so. So that's 3 3/4. Let's take a little bit more off there so I can make it exactly 5 1/4. So if it's 3 3/4 by 5 1/4, we'll make this 5 1/8. No, 5 3/8. Yeah. Let's see how this looks. Yeah, so that will give us a nice, very thin border. I haven't cut that very straight, have I? Don't know how that happened. Okay, yeah, so that, I think that really makes that pop up a bit. So yeah, good vote, girls, good vote. So with my Tombow, I didn't think I would emboss this one because it's already quite dense. I don't think embossing would suit this one. I think it might be a little bit too much. It's a bolder pattern and we don't want too much going on, whereas this one is just lighter altogether, so the embossing I think helped, but I don't think it would with this. So on this one, I'm wondering if I've got the pearlized enamel effects in basic black, but this comes out in a dark grey, so I'm not absolutely sure whether to go for this or the white. Right, can you vote please? The black, which is actually dark grey, or the white? Let me quickly look at the, yes, we are doing the stamp camp next week. I'm looking forward to that. Very much looking forward to that. So Shirley says she likes the design. Thank you, Shirley. So Jan's going for black. We've got 1 vote for black. Oh, 2 for black, Shirley. Oh, we've got 1 for white. Oh, I hope this isn't going to be neck and neck, because I'll have to make the deciding vote, and I don't like doing that. Black. Right, we've got 3 for black. Let's go with black. So these are, I love these. They're so easy to use. And I've gone for quite bold dots there because the tiny dots are very small. So these have domed beautifully, absolutely no points on them at all. They're absolutely beautiful. They really work every time. And oh, I wish I hadn't done that because I've forgotten I haven't mounted it on the cardstock yet. Oh, okay, well, this will be a test of my what's the word? Oh my god, how careful I can be. Right, very quickly. Gosh, can't believe I did that. And don't touch the dots. How am I not going to touch the dots? Oh, wow. Yay, I didn't touch the dots. You did perfect. Yeah, between you and I, Shirley, the number of times that I've used those pearlized enamel effects, I love them, absolutely love them. I put the card to one side to dry, and 9 times out of 10 I completely forget it's there drying and I put something on top of it. Jan says, I was yelling at you. Oh, Jan, I can hear you. I bet you were. Yeah, I can hear you now. Pick it up, Ellie, Ellie. And Anne says, stand away from the dots. Yeah, I've stepped away from the dots. I'm not touching it again. So those are today's cards. It seems to be lighter on this side. So if I bring that over there, I think you'll see the colours in that one better. Bring it up a little bit. Yeah, when you're further away from it, it looks very dark in the middle and you can't see that. But in true life, it does stand out well. Okay, so that's today's card. So should we have a vote? Who likes number 1 and who likes number 2 the best? Whichever one you like. They have been created using the watercolour shapes, the uniquely artistic and the cottage rose stamp sets, all from Stamping Up. And I've used polished pink, which is one of last year's in colours, Highland Heather and Balmy Blue, black, and then for this one I used the Pool Party. Right, is this your left? Is this it? Number 2, that's the second one we did. Jan loves them both. You know, that is a cop-out, isn't it, Jan? Cindy's not voting at all. Lisa's voted for number 2. Okay. Oh, Jan says Levine's video the other day was fabulous. Yeah, you did so well, Levine. Levine's not really got a lot of opportunity to make videos that she can speak along with. So you did do really, really well, Levine. When you do it all the time, it's easier. It's never actually easy. But yeah, you did good. Jan's sticking her tongue out at me. Thank you. Anne loves them both. She's dipping out as well. Okay, let's just say we like them both. And actually, I have to say I like them both. Might like this one better, but, you know, we'll see. So, as always, links will be in the description box below for... Oh, Levine, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. Yeah, links in the description box below for the downloadable digital catalogues. I can say that now. And also a link to my shop where you can purchase anything in the current catalogues. So it's been lovely for you to join me today. As I say, I'm really not sure when I'll be doing lives again. I have recorded a video for Wednesday evening, and hopefully while I'm at Cindy's I'll get to record a couple more, and hopefully we'll do the lives. Anyway, I'm going to say cheerio for now, and thank you once again for joining me today and regularly. I really appreciate it. Cheers. Bye everyone.